Hi guys, welcome to our channel. Do you know Kountry Wayne? The Georgia-born comedian is a surging name in the realm of comedy, but his life hasn't always been that incredible. Come with us as we glance deeper into the life of Kountry Wayne, aka Wayne Colley, and see what earned him to be him. But before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button and nudge that notification bell to not miss any updates from us. With this aside, let's begin with the video. The social media personality clearly makes it in the top 10 list of American comedians. He is indeed blessed. The artist isn't afraid to boast about his success, and he can easily make more than $100,000 a year, with a net worth of $2.2 million. But before his vocation as a stand-up comedian, Wayne wished to be a rapper, get his hands on that hip-hop drip, host a lot of shows, and finally found out that stand-up comedy is what he invariably wanted to do. Life was hard for him growing up with no dad and no father figure. He did make a lot of mistakes growing up in Midland, Georgia. He was even raised by a single parent after his mom passed away when he was just 11, but he moved out and stayed with his father for about half a year, and then went on to live with his grandparents for 3 years, and later moved into his cousin's place forever. As we can think, life has been pretty unexpected for the artist, and he had to reckon all the possibilities and steps he had to make, which directed him to having the liberty every child at that age would want. But freedom came with a fee, and so soon he realized that he had to practice discipline. You see, it was already too late, as he was only 17 when he had his first child, and by 22 he had 7 kids with 4 baby mamas. This also meant that there was no real connection, and so he was free to do whatever he wanted, and that made some uncanny world record type occurrences, where some of his kids have birthdays which are 4 days apart. Responsibilities weighed him down, and he realized that he had to step up and provide for his family and take them away from the life he lived. Most of his fans honor the fact that he stood up and made the move and made the distinction. He worked in the army, did 9-to-5 corporate jobs, and several other things that he would not want to publicize, but that is what earned him the man he is today. I remember in an interview of him saying that his daughter was in the orphanage, and that shattered him, as she already had her parents, but she was living life out and deserted. This broke the man, and so he worked his way up with sweat and blood and did not stop until he made it through. Now they live in a mansion. Kountry has learned from his blunders and has soared above them, and says that he would not wish his life even to his adversaries, which shows the harshness of his past and how difficult it was when he hit rock bottom. His social media alter ego might be goofy and hilarious, but it is an accurate disparity with where he came from. Even when he got prosperous, he couldn't find anything tangible, and he opened up about how a lady whom he confided in with everything even knew his passwords and sensitive information. The lady stole from him a sum of $15,000, and that was something he never would have thought of. But his response was downright stoic. He said it could have been much more money, and also saying that she took all of that bad omen with that money. Well, she ain't getting the passwords again now, is she? It isn't always that easy for him. The COVID-19 pandemic is a phenomenon that pushed the world back a decade, and Kountry Wayne got the worst of it. $13,000 is a lot of money, but for a man who has 10 children to nourish and a lot of bills to pay, $13,000 is the change he gets after all of his payments. His edicts can go up to 70 grand a month. This meant that he was hitting the rock bottom again, and so he began brainstorming and started working again. It is practically like he's living a blessing, and as he said that year, he earned $7 million from YouTube and his excursions and the content he puts out. He claims that he can make millions with just 10 videos. From his life, we can learn that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Thank you so much for watching.